everybody, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I want to share with you my top designer fragrances that I have been dying to jump into as soon as the weather got a little bit colder. So this is going to be my designer edition, my niche or luxury edition. I'm going to do it in a separate video. We have a little bit over 10 fragrances that I want to share with you, and I'm super excited to bring them to you. But if this is your first time here, welcome. My name is Moraima. In this channel, I share some of my passions such as fragrance, self-care, and decor. And if that sounds like fun, then consider joining the family. For my returning subscribers, hi, how are you? Lovely to see your beautiful faces again. I hope you are as excited as I am because I have a really good fragrances that I want to share with you that I have been dying to jump into as soon as the weather got a little bit cooler. So with that being said, let's get started. And the very first one I want to get started with is Lancôme Intense. This one I believe is a little bit more suited for the fall cooler days than the regular Idole. This is a Chypre floral and it's beautiful. I absolutely love it. I actually don't have the OG. I only have this one. This is fresh, floral, citrusy with a touch of musk. It opens very bright because one of the top notes is bitter oranges, and then in the midst it starts getting a little bit more floral, but it's a beautiful, creamy, intense, but very feminine. This is a very, very feminine type of fragrance. I would say is ideal for work. It's ideal for going out. It can go in so many occasions and it's just super, super versatile. So I think that for those that don't necessarily want to have an incredible, super large collection and they want to have those key pieces or key fragrances that can definitely take them from morning to night or evening or just date night, this is one of those good ones that can definitely cover a lot of bases. It's beautiful. It definitely has all of the qualities that I think one would want in a fragrance to wear in cooler weather: the performance, the projection, the strength to be able to handle the cooler days, and at the same time feminine, and at the same time, you know, so versatile for so many ways. So I think that this is one of the most popular designer fragrances that I think could definitely take you from day to night. And I absolutely love it, and I'm super happy to have it in my collection. This was Idole Intense by Lancôme. Let's stay within the house of Lancôme. The very next fragrance is La Nuit Trésor à la Folie. This one is gorgeous, guys. Just so you know, these fragrances are in no particular order. So back to this, La Nuit Trésor à la Folie is a beautiful, beautiful fragrance. I have been very surprised with the house of Lancôme. I was never a Lancôme girl. Like, for some reason, I was not attracted to their fragrances. They seemed a little bit too mature. Maybe I got older and now I'm super excited about what they have in the market. But this fragrance, guys, oof, this is sexy. This is nice. This is one that I thought it was discontinued, but then I realized that it's still on their website. I think you can still get it. There's a few websites that have it, and I know that you can definitely still get your hands on a bottle. This is gourmand, vanilla, ambery. It's sexy, sexy, sexy. Definitely the name à la folie means like when you like something and you're crazy about it. I don't even know how to explain it. So if one would translate, it would be more like a treacherous night that you're crazy about, which is what the title translates to. It's sweet, it's fruity, it's fresh, it's powdery, very, very seductive. I've noticed that my favorite combination are amber vanillas and amber florals. I love some Chypre and I love some woodies and some fresh, but amber vanilla and amber florals are like the combination that I really, really enjoy. To me, this fragrance has a really good combination of incredible notes. You have pear, you have bergamot, you have pink pepper, you have bourbon vanilla, tonka bean, ambroxan. There's so many really, really good quality and yummy ingredients that compose this fragrance to make it be extremely sexy. So this is something that I would wear to go out. This wouldn't be my fragrance to go to the office. This wouldn't be a fragrance to go meet the parents or like a Sunday brunch with the parents at the parents' house. Like, not necessarily that type of fragrance. This is definitely more of a dressy type of fragrance. Obviously the bottle, I just can't get enough of this diamond situation. This is only a 30 ml because for some reason I didn't know if I was gonna like it, so I didn't get a bigger bottle, but I am definitely considering of getting something a little bit bigger because I absolutely love this fragrance. This is really good. To me, in the designer realm, in the designer category, this is one of the best for going out for cooler days where you want something that is very intoxicating and gourmand. it is definitely one of the best ones from the house of Lancôme, in my opinion. I'm just saying, in my opinion, this is one of the best that I've smelled so far. And obviously, being in this industry, I've had to try a few, and to me, this is the one that is the most different. The Idole Intense would be like second shot, but this is a little bit better to me. I love it, I love it, I love it. Once again, this was La Nuit Trésor à la Folie by the house of Lancôme. The next fragrance is a fragrance that holds a title that I don't think can be beat. Not only this fragrance is one of the most affordable in my collection, but is beast mode, one of the strongest, most projecting beast mode fragrances that I have in my collection, and is one of the most affordable one. It has come in and out of the website. It's not easy to get to, but it's still there. You can still get your hands on it, and which is why I'm including it in this video. And this is Rose Gourmand by Zara. I was waiting for the cooler days to wear this again. I love this fragrance so much. This dent that you see there is probably just a month of use after I got it last I guess right before spring, like the end of the winter is when I actually was able to get my hands on a bottle of this, and I used it so much. This fragrance is beautiful, and I was waiting for the cooler days so that I can wear it again because I missed it so much. I absolutely love it. So yes, a lot of people say that this one is very similar to Intense Café by Montal or Roses Vanille by Mancera, which is true. This is definitely like a hybrid between the two, Intense Café and Roses Vanille, which are very similar in themselves, but this is right, they're sisters. Not twins, but sisters. Definitely very similar. But the projection, and I mean, this is like $29. This was Canadian dollars, so probably in US dollars is probably like $25 or $20. I don't know how much. I've known people who were able to get it on a deal for like $15. So this is an 80 ml. It's an eau de parfum, and for that price you cannot beat it. Like I said, some people have gotten it even on sale for like $15. This fragrance is incredible. So definitely it's like your coffee rose type of fragrance. If Intense Café is out of your budget, Rose Gourmand. If Mancera is out of your budget, Rose Gourmand. If you have Intense Café or Roses Vanille, but you still want to have something very similar that you don't feel guilty about using because you don't want to spend, you know, your precious juice on just like day-to-day going to work or running errands, have a bottle of this because it's almost exactly the same for a fraction of the price. Oh, it's gorgeous. And the performance is what really blew my mind because I didn't expect that Zara could pull out fragrances that would be this well performing. So like I said, it's a rose vanilla fragrance. And as a matter of fact, I believe the three notes, it's only three notes, is rose, vanilla, and amber. That's it. Apparently what's in here. It's beautiful. If you like that coffee, ambery, rosy, like a syrupy rose, but it's very reminiscent of Intense Café, this fragrance is a no-brainer. Absolutely love it. Cozy sweater. It'll perform amazing under cold weather or cooler days when it's super windy and your fragrances don't last or they get pretty much buried underneath all the layers of clothing. A couple of sprays of this and you are good to go because this fragrance performs. Is incredible. This one has been in and out of the website. It sells out, they bring it back, it sells out, but you know how it is. Zara always has collections of fragrances always coming out, and it doesn't mean that this one is going to be back. So if I were you, I would try as soon as I can. If you're interested in having something like this, affordable, with incredible performance, then try to get it as soon as you can. Rose Gourmand by Zara. The next fragrance is another one that I recently added to my collection, and I'm super happy that I did because I've been wanting to have something from this house for a super long time. And this is Intense Tiffany by Tiffany & Can we just look at this bottle, guys? Oh my goodness. I love the gradient of the turquoise or the Tiffany blue and the juice that creates like an orange or yellowish gradient. It is gorgeous. I know that the regular perfume, not the intense, but like the OG version, it's a little bit more citrusy, a little bit more summery, and it has a leather band with the name, except in this one has the metal band. But I absolutely love it. But enough of the packaging, let's talk about the fragrance. This is a beautiful powdery musky fragrance, and I wanted something musky. I wanted to have something musky in my... It stopped me dead in my tracks. And let's take a look at this atomizer because you know how I love a good atomizer. Did you see that, guys? It's a continuous mist of angels just showering you beautifully. Oh my Lord, I absolutely love it. So like I said, this is a very fresh but musky fragrance. It's powdery, it's vanilla, it has a touch of wood, and it has a touch of iris at the same time. I feel like this is the ideal fragrance for the office in the winter time or in the colder days or in the fall, because this fragrance has a performance of enduring cooler days, but at the same time is very feminine, it's very classy, it's very sophisticated, and it's very feminine. Not necessarily the type of fragrance that I would use to go out on a date at night, or yes, you could use it to go on a date, but you know, when you want to feel super sexy, like little black dress, this is not necessarily that type of fragrance. This is more of a sophisticated, classy type of fragrance that is going to have the projection and the performance that is going to be able to handle cooler days. When you have your scarf around you, you have a few layers, this fragrance is still able to handle that. You can even spray, did you see that mist? Because it was so angelic, you can just mist yourself all over, and it definitely will give you the projection and the performance that you need at the same time without feeling like it vanishes because it's too soft. It's yes, feminine and sophisticated, but it cannot handle the cooler days. I just love this fragrance. Very sophisticated, very classy, and I absolutely love to have it in my collection. And for a designer fragrance, this is one of the best ones for sure. Again, this was Intense Tiffany by Tiffany & Co. Next fragrance is another one of my absolute favorites. I absolutely love this fragrance, and I would have never thought that I was going to get into the Poison line of Dior. This is Poison Girl by Dior. I absolutely love this fragrance, and I was waiting for the cooler days so that I can enjoy it, because it's guys, it's so yummy and sweet and vanilla and gourmand. I can never get enough. Like, this is one of my lift me up fragrances. I don't know if you've seen my feel good fragrances video that is going to come up before and after, and I didn't include this one, but this definitely is one of those fragrances that lifts up my mood when I want to feel happier. This fragrance makes me feel that way, and it doesn't look like it. This is the EDP version, just by the way. The EDT and EDP, they smell exactly the same. The performance is just a little bit the difference, but they're very much equal. And my dent is, I try as much as possible. It's there, it's getting there. I try as much as possible to cherish it, because the EDP is a little bit harder to come by, but I'm gonna leave some links below because you can still find it online. Guys, this is just incredible. It's so good. And the mister is pretty good as well. Look at this. Like, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Very fine, almost like a continuous mist. I love it, I love it, I love it. Oh, it's vanilla, it's powdery, it's almond, fruity and woody at the same time. So it's great for the cooler days. It's great when it's getting chilly outside and you just want something that is very gourmand, very enveloping, very cozy, but at the same time sexy. I mean, with the name Poison Girl, you can just imagine. So obviously this is nothing new to the market. This has been out and about for quite some time. But if you haven't had the opportunity to get your nose on it, I strongly suggest this is one of my top favorite must-have. This is like repurchase worthy. This is backup worthy. This is that good. The combination of the orange blossom, the vanilla, and the tonka bean does it for me. There is some almond in it, and I'm not crazy about extremely nutty almondy type of fragrances, but this one is it's tastefully done. It doesn't exude too much almond when you wear it. It's very, very nice. Definitely the orange blossom and the vanilla are the star of the show in this fragrance, and I absolutely love it. So this is one of my top choices and favorite in the designer realm for the cooler days. This was Poison Girl by Dior. The next one is another one that I've been waiting for these days to get a little bit colder so that I can start wearing it. I know I keep on saying that about every single one of them, but if I have them in my collection, it's because they're all my favorites. But I know that this one is super well loved by the community, and this one is none other than La Belle by Jean-Paul Gaultier. This is beautiful. This is just so nice. And I know you can probably agree, and I know that there's an intense version out there, which I still haven't smelled, by the way, but I love this one. I love the pear in this fragrance. This has to be one of my favorite Jean-Paul Gaultier fragrances from the beginning of times. This to me is my favorite of all of them. And I remember a long time ago, I used to have, I believe it was the classic, or I don't remember exactly. I mean, we're talking over 15 years ago. I don't remember which one I had, but it was one of the very first ones when they came out with this particular bottle of The Shape of a Woman. It was beautiful, but the sprayer here is beautiful. It's wide, it's fine, it's so good. Oh my God, everybody loves it for a reason, guys. Everybody loves it for a reason because it is just beautiful. It is the combination of feminine and sophisticated and sexy at the same time. I would not wear this if you are, for example, in the medical field, if you have a day office job, like if you work at a bank, or if you work in an office where, you know, sexiness is not necessarily the type of image that you want to portray. If you worked in the fashion industry, if you work as a makeup artist, if you work in an artistic field, is a little bit more accepted. But for a regular office job, I wouldn't say that this is a daytime fragrance. This is vanilla and sweet and aquatic at the same time, and powdery. It has it all. It covers all bases. It has a freshness within the gourmand of this fragrance that it's kind of hard to capture. And I think that's one of the reasons why it's so well loved, because it's just a fragrance that is as airy as it is also very gourmand and very enveloping and very sexy. So this is an amber vanilla that has a note of vetiver, which gives it that freshness and brightness of the fragrance without staying too syrupy. It also opens up with pear, which is also a very watery type of fruit. If you've had like an Asian pear, it's a very watery fruit. So it's very light but sweet at the same time. And funny enough, it has a note of leather, which I personally don't perceive, but maybe is so well blended that that's what gives it the sexiness and the depth of this particular fragrance. It's beautiful. It has musk and it has amber, but the musk is super well hidden. I don't feel that it's a musky fragrance. I feel that it's a creamy, sweet, pear, vanilla type of fragrance that makes me feel fresh, that makes me feel sexy, that makes me feel feminine and power. And I mean, you can see the dent that I put on this fragrance, and I haven't had this fragrance but what, 7 months? And out of those 7 months, 4 or 5 months was spring and summer. So this was technically winter, and this fall I've worn it once already, or twice, I believe. So it's, yeah, it's definitely gonna go fast. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. The bottle is just exquisite. It is a piece of art. I think they did an outstanding job with this one, and it's my favorite so far, like I said. Once again, this is La Belle by Jean-Paul Gaultier. Sorry for interrupting. Editing Moraima over here. I forgot the most important perfume out of the whole list. The one that I've been looking forward to wear this fall season the most, and I don't even know how I forgot. And this is Armani Si Eau de Parfum, or EDP Intense 2021 edition. Guys, I don't know where to begin. This has to, no questions asked, this has to be in your collection. If you want a perfume that is going to perform like it's worth $500, if you want a perfume that has beautiful notes that is going to make you feel sexy and is rich and decadent and is going to go great with the cooler days, you have to. Like, it's, you have to. This is like a, like, I don't even know how to translate it through camera. It's, guys, this fragrance, you know what? I'm gonna make it my scent of the day, because why not? The black currant and the rose, it's so syrupy, it's so sexy. This is like an amber floral that covers all bases. Just look at this juice. Please tell me this doesn't say fall right then and there with the gold. I mean, it's just, forget about the packaging. The juice is incredible, and it performs like it's worth $1,000. It's really, really, really good. I am so surprised, especially because there's not many of the other ones in the C line that I actually like, that I'm impressed by. But this one, I can't get enough. I just got it not long ago, and I mean, I'm already here, and it hasn't even been cold. I don't know if, you know, if it's just, let's do some good old school YouTube. I mean, I've already used a good, you know, 5 to 10 ml of this fragrance in just a few sittings. You just need a couple of sprays, and it's just gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. This one is definitely a good one that you need for this fall and winter. Out of anything that I mentioned, this is one of the top, like top three. For sure, top three for sure. This is good enough to go out. It's good enough to wear during the day. It's good enough, like if you want it a little bit lighter, just 1 or 2 sprays, not more than that, and it'll give you really good performance all throughout the day. You can go to the office as long as you're not working at a hospital or like anything where there's patients or sensitive to smells, but just like a regular office job, 1 or 2 sprays, you're good to go. You want to go out right after 3 or 4 sprays, and now you're smelling like, you know, it's out, going out time. This fragrance is super versatile. It smells amazing. It's the fragrance that I'm going to be rocking this fall and winter with my designer choices because I absolutely love it. Definitely, if you have it already, let me know in the comments below. Am I the only one going crazy over here? Because I'm really addicted to this. I don't really think there's anything else that is going to be in my arsenal of designers that can top this at this moment. Like, it's very well-rounded as a perfume, and I think this is going to be one of the top fragrances that I wear this fall and winter, and I absolutely love it, and I can't believe I forgot it to put it in the list of the video. But anyways, Armani Si Intense 2021. Now back to the video. The next fragrance is another fragrance that I was waiting impatiently for the weather to get cold again, because last year I was just wearing this one on repeat non-stop. I mean, the dent alone is going to tell you exactly how much I was wearing it, and this is Zadig Voltaire. This is her, my beautiful block of ice. This fragrance is a beautiful, lactonic, gourmand, cozy, enveloping, like a big fuzzy hug that you just don't want to escape. It's just, oh, to me, it's like my blankie that I just want to wear all day long, every day, as soon as it's a little bit colder. And I missed it during the summer. I was really looking forward to get back into this fragrance. This is actually, my first bottle was a 50 ml. This is 100 ml, and I'm already over here, and the first bottle obviously is gone, the 50 ml. I was wearing this a lot. I really enjoy this fragrance. I absolutely love it. I love lactonics. I love gourmands. I love anything that is yummy and creamy, but I found that a lot of these lactonic or creamy fragrances don't have the performance that I was looking for, because I don't want to have to, I'm lazy about reapplying. Let's just call it how it is. I'm lazy about reapplying. And I love a fragrance that I can just wear and be confident that I can leave, do my whole thing that I need to do throughout the day, and I'm still gonna smell myself. I'm still gonna feel like I have something on and not like it's already gone. And I didn't know anything about this house before I started hearing about this one on YouTube, because I've never seen it before. This fragrance, it makes me want to eat it. I just want to I just want to eat it. It is so yummy. Oh my God. It's vanilla, it's lactonic, it's powdery, it's balsamic. It has all of it together, but in a very sweet and creamy way. And it definitely gets a little bit of a kick with the pink pepper, because it opens with pink pepper, but the jasmine and the vanilla and the whipped cream and the sandalwood just really makes this fragrance a total enveloping, creaming hug that I just never want to escape. I absolutely love. This is one of my favorites. This is one of my go-to, and in the designer realm, this performs incredible. And I want to discover some of the other ones that Zadig and Voltaire have in their collections. I just haven't been able to smell any of them, but if they're any good or as good as this one, then definitely I'm in trouble, because I absolutely love this fragrance. I have backups of it. This is backup worthy. This is buy it again worthy. To me, this is just one of the most important ones to have in my collection, because it's creamy, it's lactonic, it's vanilla, it's sandalwood, it's just all of that, and it has an incredible performance. So to me, this is a no-brainer to have. This is her by Zadig and Voltaire. The next one is a classic that should not be out of no one's collection, unless you're not that type of girl. But I am an Alien girl. I absolutely love Alien by the House of Mugler. From the packaging that this house usually has on the bottles, I don't know what it is, I just love the packaging of Alien. To the performance, this is a pre-reformulation. I still have the pre-reformulation, which seems to be a little bit better projecting than the newer, but I've seen some recent reviews and everybody says they smell exactly the same and they perform the same. I don't know, it's a myth to me. Until I'm not out of this one and get into a new bottle, I wouldn't know. But this is a beautiful jasmine that it's definitely very well suited for the cooler days and for the winter time. I absolutely love it. It's sophisticated, it's creamy, it's deep. Just like the bottle, this deep purple, that's exactly what this fragrance gives me. Deep royalty, exudes confidence, definitely is what I feel and what I interpret with this fragrance. And it's funny enough because I remember when I was much younger, I could not get near the Mugler counter or the Thierry Mugler counter, Alien or Angel or anything like that. Those extremely powerful fragrances, to me, it was like absolutely a no-go. I wanted to wear Donna Karan, Cashmeran, or Giorgio Armani Lay, like anything that would be like super powdery and fluffy and like airy. And now it's like complete opposite. Like I absolutely love a good performing fragrance. And this is a beautiful Jasmine. I think that it's a classic. I think a lot of people like it for a really good reason. I think it has stood the test of time. Besides the fact with, you know, there's a reformulation, but a lot of people still enjoy it. A lot of people are still a big fan of Alien. So this is a beautiful amber floral, and it's basically jasmine and amber. This is a very jasmine amber type of scent. It has a little bit of woodsy notes, which keeps it a little bit grounded. But if, you know, at the end of the day, is jasmine and amber. So if you don't like jasmine, this is not gonna be your jam. This is not going to be up your alley. But I think the jasmine here is very classy, is very clean, and it doesn't feel like an old lady type of floral scent. It's a very beautiful, modern day, sophisticated jasmine scent. And to me, this is definitely one of those classic scents that is going to be in my collection for a long period of time. So once again, this was Alien by the House of Mugler. We are almost done, guys. The last two fragrances are the sexiest of the bunch. Let me just double check. Yes, I think these are the ones that I would wear when I really want to go out, when I want to feel feminine and sexy and put together, and it's within the designer budget, but at the same time they are powerful, they have great projection, and they're very, very sexy, and at the same time they can take the cooler weather so that they won't dissipate and disappear too soon. And the first one that I want to share in this category of sexy, dressy, nighttime, little black dress, but for cooler days, this one actually you can wear all year round, and this is Carolina Herrera Good Girl Légère. Every time I show you this shoe, I feel the same way. Because every time I look at this shoe, I feel the same way. It is incredible. To me, it's the prettiest shoe of them all. The gradient of, maybe it's because, you know, like deep down, low key, I want a real shoe like that. Like a shoe that would be like clear, like you can see their toes and then it'll go like deeper dark. That would be badass. That would be so nice. So I absolutely love this fragrance. And this is a fragrance that I feel that is super versatile. I can wear in the summertime and I can wear during the cooler days, and it still performs, it still projects, it still makes me feel sexy. And at the same time is within the lactonic gourmand sweet category without being tacky. I love, love, love this fragrance. So this is my sexy lactonic, and this is my cozy lactonic because I absolutely love lactonics. So when I want something during the day, this one goes. When I want something in the evening times and I'm dressed up and all of that, this is the one that goes. It's sweet and white floral and lactonic and fruity. And it has such a good combination of notes. To me, it's kind of like, you know, the Avengers have come together. You have the jasmine, the ylang ylang, the tuberose, the dulce de leche, the praline, the orange blossom, the Bulgarian rose, amber, sandalwood, cashmere wood. It's just such a creamy, yet sexy fragrance with a touch of freshness of that ylang ylang and a few citruses at the top. I don't have anything like this in my collection, and I haven't smelled anything like this in any other house. Whether it has been luxury or designer, this is very particular. I like it better than any other flanker. To me, this one is the best. And it has really good performance, which means good performance is able to handle the cooler days, the fall, the winter, and definitely if you have a few layers, because when we go out, you know, you have probably like a little leather jacket and a scarf, and you know, there's a few layers that is blocking your scent bubble to express itself. But this one definitely can, you know, peek through and definitely, give you a really good sillage. So this one is definitely a really good designer, super sexy and yummy fragrance that would be great for the cooler days, fall, and even winter. Once again, Carolina Herrera, Good Girl, Légère. And the last fragrance that I have for you, it's a brand new fragrance that is definitely making some noise because it's beautiful and it's definitely ideal for the current weather, the cooler days. And I think this is gonna be one of the go-to fragrances this fall and winter because it's super, super sexy. And this is Invite Only Amber 23 by the House of 𝐂𝐻𝐿𝐸. This is so cute. I have the little one because obviously it is sold out everywhere and I was only able to get my hands on a 10 ml, but I am definitely working on getting a larger bottle. But nevertheless, I have enough to test it, wear it, and definitely give you a really good opinion on this fragrance. And you don't need a lot. So let me tell you, even if I would just want to keep this, because I'm trying to collect all the little ones as well. I love the little ones. Even if you would just have this one, it is so potent, guys. This is incredibly performing. Like, this performs incredible. It's so strong, but it's super sexy. And obviously 𝐂𝐻𝐿EE has, you know, the beautiful micro mist. Seductive, alluring, enveloping, powerful. Do I need any other words to describe this fragrance? This fragrance is amazing. It's an amber spicy, and I'm not a spicy type of person. I don't like spicy foods. I don't like spicy fragrances. I have a really hard time with anything that makes me feel like, even back in the day when those lip glosses were super in, they were like cinnamon and they would like plump your lips or something like that. I tried them because obviously I wanted to, you know, not miss out, but I couldn't. I'm not a spicy type of person, but this is so subtle but present at the same time. Super well blended, seductive, intoxicating, alluring. This is the fragrance that you wear when you want to stop someone dead in their tracks. When you want that guy to be like, excuse me, who are you? Like, that is the feeling that you get when you put this fragrance on. I absolutely love it. And like I said, it performs so well that I tell you, if you just even want to wear just 1 or 2 sprays, like, you would still have a really good projection and a really good sillage. Like, sometimes, you know, sometimes the dilemma is that I want to smell sexy and I want to smell like, you know, seductive and all of that, but I don't want the perfume to arrive before I do. Some people are like that, and some people, you know, they have that challenge. You just need to use a fragrance that performs this well and just go easy on the trigger. 1 or 2, that's it. And that's going to be enough for you to have the best of both worlds. Now, if you want your fragrance to arrive before you do, 5 sprays of this, which is still not considered a lot by some people's standards. Let me know in the comments below. Are you team oversprayer, or are you team, like, you know, 1 or 2 maybe at the most? Sometimes, to me, it depends. Some days I overspray and some days I don't. But I like to have the flexibility to know that if I need a fragrance to be with me, to not leave me before it's time for me to make my grand entrance, because sometimes we get dressed, we put our fragrance on, and then, you know, by the time you get to your location or the place that you're going to, an hour has passed, sometimes 2. And if your fragrance is already mid-gone, you know, it's not the best feeling, you know, and it's kind of awkward that as soon as you get to, you know, the restaurant you're going or the event that you're going, that you go right away to the bathroom and touch up so that, you know, so you can have a nice scent bubble around you. So definitely it is, you know, a challenge, but this fragrance will not disappoint in performance. So seductive, so enveloping, so yummy. So I know I've been talking a lot about how it is and how it's spicy. So let's just dive a little bit more deep into exactly what it is. This is sweet and amber. It has a touch of tobacco leaf, chocolate, and honey. That you're starting to get a little bit the idea. Super seductive, super mysterious, super sexy, but at the same time sweet, and at the same time alluring, and at the same time feminine. It has amber and vanilla and sandalwood, but at the same time it also has a touch of oud, making it super mysterious and deep and like seductive. All I'm thinking in my mind is like the women just like pulling the lace, you know. I really enjoy it. I think this is one of the fragrances that are a must-have this fall and winter. I absolutely love it. You want to have, especially now that this winter is going to be a little bit different than last winter. We can all agree that things are opening up, you know, and things are getting a little bit easier around the world, and a lot of people are able to enjoy events and just being social in activities, so that you are actually able to enjoy these fragrances beyond the four walls of your house. This fragrance, I think, is going to make you feel all kinds of sexy and all kinds of seductive. I love it, love it, love it. And I definitely want to get a larger size bottle because I don't want my little one to just, you know, because I'm going to use it. I'm definitely going to use it. Once again, this is Invite Only Amber 23 by the House of 𝐂𝐻𝐚𝐻𝐿. And those are my top fall choices within the designer realm that I cannot wait to start wearing this fall and upcoming winter. Let me know in the comments below, what are your fragrances that you cannot wait to start wearing, or the ones that you already started wearing? Is there anyone in particular that you are looking to add to your collection? Let me know if there's any recommendations. There's probably more that I don't know about, but for me, these are the ones that I have so far that I'm definitely looking forward to enjoying in the cooler weather. So thank you so much for joining me in another video. Give this video a thumbs up if you like some of the recommendations that we had today, and don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and don't forget to come back for my next video, which is going to be my top recommendations within the niche/luxury price point. Beautiful fragrances that I'm sure you're going to want to discover. Until the next video, bye-bye.